Hello everybody and welcome to your channel. This video is all about title. What key skills are needed when writing a title? According to one of Britain's top editors, writing good headlines represent about 50% of skills vital to article writing. Every word in your title is important, so the key is to devise a title that, number one, will immediately make sense to the referee, number two, will easily be found by a search engine or indexing system, number three, will attract the right kind of readers rather than discouraging them, and will also catch the attentions of browsers. Number 4, doesn't consist of a string of nouns and will be immediately comprehensible to anyone in your general field. Number 5, is short. Number 6, has a definite and concise indication of what is written in the paper itself. It's neither unjustifiably specific nor too vague or generic. How can I generate a title? Think about the following questions. What have I found that will attract attention? What is new, different, and interesting about my findings? What are the 3 to 5 keywords that highlight what makes my research and my findings unique? How should I punctuate my title? The two parts of the title are separated by a colon. Some journals require a capital letter after a colon. Titles never end with a period, but if they are questions, then there should be a question mark at the end. What words should I capitalize? There are basically two ways to capitalize a title. The first is to capitalize each initial letter apart from articles a, and, the, and prepositions like on, by, in, of. The other is to capitalize the first letter of the first word and then to have all the other words in lowercase. What types of words should I try to include? Where possible, use the ing form of the verbs rather than abstract nouns. This will make your title more readable as well as making it 2 or 3 words shorter. For example, the specification and the evaluation of educational software in primary schools. Specifying and evaluating educational software in primary schools. Next one, methods for the comparison of Indian and British governmental systems in the 19th century. Methods for comparing Indian and British governmental systems in the 19th century. Next one, a natural language for problem solution in cross-cultural communication. A natural language for solving problems in cross-cultural communications. And the last one, silicon wafer mechanical strength measurement for surface damage quantification. Quantifying surface damage by measuring the mechanical strength of silicon wafers. Should I use prepositions? Most titles of more than about 5 words require prepositions. The first one, by, how something is done. Fast computing machines equation of states calculation. Equation of state calculations by fast computing machines. 4. For the purpose of the present measuring inventory. An inventory for measuring the present. From the origin of Antonio Gramsci prison notebook selection. Selections from the prison notebooks of Antonio Gramsci. In where something is located, what something regards. Vertical flux of ocean particles. Classical theory of elasticity crack problems. Vertical flux of particles in the ocean cracks problems in the classical theory of elasticity. Of, belonging to, regarding. Cancer causes, cancer avoidable risk, quantitative estimates. The cause of cancer, quantitative estimates of avoidable risk of cancer. The important thing to note is that the use of prepositions help the reader to understand how the various elements in the title are related to each other. Also note that writing a title so that it contains prepositions may involve adding a, an, or the. Are articles a and the necessary? Although a title is not generally a complete sentence, it does have to be grammatically correct. This means that it must have articles where necessary, even though this will increase the length of the title. The first example, the factors that determine the present. Number 2, factors that determine the present. The first example gives the idea that the author has made a comprehensive survey of depression and has identified all those factors that lead to depression. This makes the paper sound like the final word on depression. That's to say, this is the definitive article on depression. The second example is not all inclusive. The reader will expect to learn about some factors. This makes the paper sound much more modest. Thank you for watching this video.